When I was thinking yesterday about stealth parking in Liverpool, this is not what I pictured in my head. If you were going to do a stealth park up in Liverpool, I would recommend doing this. We've been in Liverpool for the last 2 days and we've still got wheels.
You don't see many people building a van with one of them.
We can't park here because it is just a building site.
It's just all gone wrong, hasn't it?
Welcome back to the channel. We're Janine and Liam Day, a married couple who are attempting, despite all the challenges, to live, travel and vlog full-time in our converted removals truck campervan conversion in the UK. For the past 7 months we've been doing an almost full circular coastal route of mainland Britain, and as our UK coastal adventure is coming to a close, last week we shared with you some big news about our up and coming trip to Europe, aiming to get to Oktoberfest in Germany before it finishes in just 2 weeks' time. It will be our first time ever taking our campervan into Europe, but we are running out of time and we have some essential last-minute upgrades and modifications that desperately need to be done. In this episode we are crossing more things off the bucket list as we are in Liverpool, and it's of course home of the Beatles, one of our all-time favourite bands. It's time to see what van life in Liverpool is like in Morgan, our removals truck campervan.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. We are still up north in Merseyside. We left you last time in Blackpool, and this week we are up in the area still, and we're heading today towards Liverpool. I've got the most exciting day for me, especially on a personal level, and it's something that I wanted to do forever. And we're going to go and start by having a really exciting day. Later on, so tomorrow and onwards, we've got some more exciting modifications to Morgan as the countdown to Europe is on. We have got sincerely way less than 2 weeks to go before we've got to be in Europe, in Oktoberfest, in Munich, in Germany. It's very tight. It's very tight. We are holding it. We're going to really try and make it, but we're really against the clock. Anyway, back to today. This is going to be something that's been on my bucket list what seems like forever, and I just can't wait to do it. I'm going to fill you in more about it when we park. We're going to go meet up, have some food and discuss how today's going to go, but I'm just truly so buzzing about this.
Amazing, so we've parked up, we've managed to get in this tiny little car park. We tried a few different car parks and we couldn't get in any of them because we are too big, too high for them, and the car parks around here seem tiny. They're all like this one. But anyway, we got in this one and we're off now. We're going to go for breakfast. We're meeting up with Liam's cousin today. We're going to meet him for a bite to eat, and we are going to a really unique cafe. It's somewhere that I have wanted to go ever since I've heard of it. I feel so lucky that we are now in Liverpool and we are on our way to go to this really cool cafe. Really excited, let's go. We headed off through the streets of Liverpool to meet Liam's cousin at Cafe Vibe, a very well-known cafe and one that we have seen a lot online for having insane plant-based options with a very unique twist.
This is how you do a cafe. So we're sat here with my cousin, Toby, and he's going to be taking us on our tour today, so no pressure, mate. And so we're going to have the breakfast first, and then what we're going to do afterwards, like your quintessential Liverpool tour, but with a completely sort of cultural side to it. That's going to be brilliant. I'm going to explain more after this amazing food.
We grabbed some drinks, had a catch up with Toby and ordered our epic food. The reason why this cafe is so unique is because they serve plant-based eggs in 3 different ways for breakfast: scrambled, fried and poached. This is something we can't leave Liverpool without trying. Wow, and enjoy. Lovely, thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, this is the vegan veg thing. It's a vegan fried egg and it just has to be done. This is called the hash stack, so it's a vegan fried egg on top of potatoes and what have you. Toby's got the veg sando with sausages and vegan fried egg, and Janine has got the poached eggs Benedict with hollandaise sauce.
This looks absolutely incredible. The hollandaise sauce and just these poached eggs. I haven't had a poached egg since I've been vegan, so this is a really awesome experience for me. You want a sunny day, right there you took my breath away. A young and pretty, was it just a dream?
Wow, that was an incredible start to the day. It's like a plant-based vegan bucket list thing, tick, done. So if you're vegan, you probably really appreciate what we just ate and had. We certainly did. It was a very, very nice cafe, whether you're vegan or not. Now we are on to the fun part again. We are going with our tour guide, my cousin Toby, going to see some of the sights of Liverpool. Janine's never been before. I grew up not far away, and after this central Liverpool bit, if you're a Beatles fan, which I am, we're going to do something that I've never done before, and we're going to go and try and do our own self-guided Beatles fan tour. It might merge in with this one a little bit. It's 100% been on my bucket list for a very, very long time. I'm a self-confessed Beatles fan, and this is going to be a great day.
Okay, we've just come across, we think it's someone famous, 2 coaches. It could be a football team. Oh, it's West Ham.
It's West Ham, do you think?
Yeah. Not that I know anything about football.
You know just what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you.
The West Ham football team just came out and went into those coaches, and we saw Moisey, the manager. West Ham Football Club aside, we went to go and tour the incredible city of Liverpool, which sits alongside the River Mersey in Merseyside. On first glance of Liverpool, you see lots of old and new industrial buildings and docks, but on closer look the city is full of culture and fun. It's full of incredible history, including the Titanic, the Beatles, and more recently, being the first English city to be the European City of Culture. We loved the sheer amount of cafes, bars, museums and shops. It was buzzing. We headed off to do something you must do when visiting Liverpool.
How iconic is this when you come to Liverpool, Toby?
This is 101 Liverpool.
There's even a song sang about what we're about to do now, isn't there? By Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Go on, both of you. Sing it.
Ferry across the Mersey.
Oh, I can't believe they did it.
As the wind blows through my window, I remember it all so well. Winter came so fast that year, and just outside a cheap motel, I saw you standing on the sidewalk as the cold wind started to sway. With your head held high as our eyes met, I remember what you used to say. How many times can we say goodbye? Well, see you on the other side. Oh, we try to pick up the pieces. 2 hearts that will never be the same. Back in early December, what a night to remember. Standing by your father's house, holding you tight in the pouring rain. Back in early December, what a night to remember. Standing by your father's house, holding you tight in the pouring rain.
Literally our mates at West Ham coming out on the football pitch. Oh my god, this is so cool. We're literally down Beatles Road. There's so many really cool memorabilia things down here, and the whole vibe of the place is really kind of edgy, and I can't really describe it. You've got to come down here yourself and just get the vibe, get the feel of the place. It's really, really cool. We're about to go in the Cavern Club, which is where the Beatles played back in the day. I'm so excited, so we're going to go in now.
Come tend the garden with me. We have so many seeds to sow. When the harvest comes in, it will be time to share what we have grown. We were having the time of our lives when we started. Everything was groovy, but I'm noticing lately we've been half-hearted. West Side Story don't feel pretty anymore. Well, we spent the bulk of our days feeling free. like we were properly stoned.
Two of my favourite bands right next to each other, Oasis and the Beatles. They really are two of my favourite bands.
Wow, that was absolutely incredible. That was amazing. So cool to go down there and see where the Beatles played. And it really had like a really nice vibe about the place. Really quirky, kind of dark. Yeah, really cool. This whole street is just so cool. Love it here.
All the singing gave us an appetite, so we headed to Down the Hatch for a bite to eat. The food here was really good, very junky, potatoes and seitan covered in spicy sauce with fries. We ate up and continued the tour.
We are leaving the city centre of Liverpool. We're having such an incredible day. As you might have already seen, the Beatles influence has creeped in there, and how could it not when you're in Liverpool? We're going now to finish off this tour today, our own self-guided tour, well, my cousin's guided tour, and we're going off to the outer skirts to some very, very interesting sites. Can you guess where they are? I'm sure you can if you've seen what we've already been to today. But once again, Janine and I have never done this before, so it's like a pilgrimage. So off we go.
We headed off, this time to the outskirts of Liverpool, to find the classic Beatles locations from many of their song lyrics and the true inspiration behind their music. We found the Penny Lane sign, which was amazing to see. Then we walked down Penny Lane, saw the statue of John Lennon and headed to the original barber shop before going to Strawberry Fields, an all-girls boarding school with a garden behind the beautiful red gate where John Lennon used to hang out as a bit of an escape as a child. To top it off, we headed to John Lennon's house, which is now owned by the National Trust. We couldn't go inside, but it was amazing to see from the outside. After an incredible day out with Toby, we said our goodbyes and headed off to see if we can stealth camp in the city of Liverpool. We have no idea if it's possible, and if it is, what it will be like, but we wanted to give it a go anyway.
Okay, so we're back in Morgan now. What a brilliant day out in Liverpool we had. But now we are off. We're gonna go and try and see if we can find a park up in the city. But first we're gonna go through the Mersey Tunnel. So off we go.
Living on the far side of town.
Shit. This is going to be our park up.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, on the seafront.
Oh no. So we can't park here because it is just a building site, basically. We're gonna have to find somewhere else.
That was going to be a park up that we were going for the promenade, but unfortunately the promenade is completely dug up and there is no place to park anything, let alone walk. So now we're off to just up the road here, about a 5-minute drive, is a place called Birkenhead, and that is where we're going for another promenade. So we're heading to the next promenade to see if we can go find a park up.
We headed off and luckily found a place to park up in the Wirral just in time before it gets too dark. After a busy day, we had a hot drink and called it a night.
Minute by minute we count down. We're heading for it. The turn of a page and the chapter is gone. It's gone. So you go your own way and I go mine. Two different stories, but do you believe all is said and done? I don't. Just make me believe in love when you're gone, forever after.
Good morning from the Wirral. This has been a really good park up. This is what we're sort of used to when we're going to British seaside places. The sort of park ups that are here now and might not be here forever. So you don't want to overstay your welcome. But yeah, when I was thinking yesterday about stealth parking in Liverpool, this is not what I pictured in my head. I thought maybe a bit urban, you know, industrial sort of thing, but this is nice. This is a keeper. This is wake up to see views sort of thing, and it's very nice town, gentle. We're actually in a place called the Wirral. This is the Wirral sort of peninsula, I guess. Apologies for my geography. And this behind us, this town behind us is called Hoy Lake, which is near West Kirby and I think near Birkenhead. So yeah, if you were going to do a stealth park up in Liverpool, I would recommend doing this because it's worked out really, really well, and I'll remember it for the future as well for when we come back, because we had the best time in Liverpool yesterday. We was lying in bed last night and we both said to each other, that was just awesome, right up our street. Manic day, seeing lots of stuff, lots of Beatles stuff, and something that I'll remember forever. And thank you to my cousin if you're watching, again for that. It really, really was cool. Today we've got a really exciting day because we've got another upgrade, and it's one that's going to change. It's another game changer for us. I think all of these upgrades are game changers because there wouldn't be an upgrade otherwise, but this one is something, you know, we've wanted for ever since we've had the van, and it's going to be a good one. However, we aren't sure about how to do it ourselves and install it ourselves, so we are calling upon a local. So if you can you might be able to guess who it is. Scouser, local, very, very handy with vans, electronics and all the rest of it. Leave you to guess that, and let's go and see him now. Morning, love.
Morning.
Oh, I must fall over. Are you ready to get going and get one of our final upgrades?
Yes.
Let's go and do it.
I'm really excited actually for this one. Let's do it.
Yeah. Good to meet you finally, eh?
I've been talking for so long.
You're safe.
Good to see you. How are you? Very good to see you. Janine?
Hello there.
Hello, I'm okay. How are you? Oh my god, you're a tight hugger.
We're coming across some proper huggers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was like a bear hug.
Yeah.
We do like a hug.
Love a good hug.
So we are in Liverpool and we're with Neil from Urban VanLife.
And they've still got wheels.
We've still got wheels. We've been in Liverpool for the last 2 days and we've still got wheels. Shocking. Time will tell. We've still got time. So yeah, Neil's going to give us a hand fitting some stuff that needs to be fitted, and he's the man who knows. So that's what we're doing in Liverpool, really. But it's been a good one. So this is Neil, and you probably all know Neil anyway, and this is Neil's van. Do you have a name for your van?
Eva.
Eva.
Off Wally.
Oh, I love Wally.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This thing. Basically, we've got water in the van. Of course we've got water in the van, but what we've never been able to tell how much water we've got. So when it runs out, and
This will do it.
Yeah.
So you got your freshwater tank, which will be on that one there, and then your wastewater tank, which is there, will be fitted to it as well. So you'll be able to know how much wastewater you've got and how much fresh water you've got.
Just from this.
Yes.
That'll do that one as well.
Well, they're your waste, which seems really basic, but it just makes a connection when it gets to a certain point.
Nice.
You get a little red light on there, and that's it.
Brilliant.
Empty it.
So yeah, so we're getting wastewater and freshwater tanks all hooked up to the same thing. I think it's essential stuff. It's essential stuff.
Neil and Emma run the channel Urban VanLife, which are videos that showcase everything from travel to building vans, but most of all, lots of good humour and fun. We really recommend you going to check them out. We met their really cute dogs, checked out their beautiful van Eva before the work begins on installing one of the most handy pieces of tech in the van. We currently can't tell how much water we have in the van, so when it runs out, it's gone without warning. To combat being stuck, we have a huge backup bottle in the van, taking up precious space in our cab area. So this installation will also free up some room for us too.
Neil's underneath the van and he's sat upright. he's sat fully upright. That's how high our van is, or how small Neil is.
It's how small Neil is. I'm wide, but not yet high. That will go in the tank in the hole, but then we need to get our hand on the inside to screw up. And I wasn't sure whether your tanks had an access point, but they do, so.
Oh, they do, good.
Yeah. Right, so welcome to the top of Happy Days tank. So we have got an access port in there, which is good because we need to drill a hole in there to actually put the unit will fit in there to basically tell you how much water is in the tank. If I can find it, bear with me. Then we've got to get this boy in the hole, and then we've got to fasten it from the underneath onto there. So I need to get my hand in there once this is down inside the tank like that. We do need to cut a couple of them off just by a couple of inches, so the actual whole unit will sit inside the tank. As you can see there, it's a little bit high, so we're gonna, first of all, we'll cut the hole, then we'll put this in from the top. We'll see how much we need to cut off, and we'll go from there. What's happening today?
Okay, so we're hearing a lot of drilling going on under the van by Neil. We're not entirely sure what he's drilling.
What am I?
But fingers crossed it's all going to work out. So are you drilling a hole to fit the probe? Is that what? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Neil got to work fitting the probe in the tank, emptying the water so he doesn't get covered, and doing other what looked like very technical stuff.
You don't see many people building a van with one of them. So because your tanks are all in situ, we have to cut into the tank, and there is just little bits of plastic on top. So I'm just going to go in, catch some fish.
And that's exactly what he did. Neil also fitted the grey water tank with the added addition of the probe to see when it's getting full.
End of the first day, what were we up to?
Just all gone wrong, hasn't it? The sender units are in for the main water tank. The grey tank is up, mounted, everything's in there. So tomorrow we just got to wire the cables in and plumb the tank in.
Nice.
Done.
Not bad for a few hours work, is it that?
Then we move on to the next job. What's next?
You don't want to know.
Amazing! So it sounds to me like it's pretty much almost done. Just a couple of little jobs to do tomorrow, not for me to do, but for Neil to do. And Emma has just said that she has cooked a curry, a chickpea curry. Chickpea curries are my favourite. So she's cooked a chickpea curry, so we're going to go inside now and eat this lovely curry. I think Liam's got a little bit of wine or something, or some beers I saw him get from the shops, so I'm going to go and enjoy that now.
We grabbed the wine, were greeted by the cute dogs again, and enjoyed Emma's epic chickpea curry before having our first go on a virtual reality headset, which totally blew our minds. We enjoyed the evening with Emma and Neil before heading to bed.
Good morning everyone, today we are at Neil and Emma's house, and what a nice place to wake up this morning. So we had a really good night last night. Emma made a banging chickpea curry for us, it was really good, and we played virtual reality for the first time, so it was a really good evening actually. We had a bit of wine and yeah, just chilled and chatted, it was really nice. This morning we are going to wrap everything up, or Neil is, I'm not. Neil's going to wrap everything up, and hopefully we'll have this new feature to our van up and running, so let's see what happens. Morning everyone.
Morning. Oh, about time. You got to have some
Cheeky.
ruined it.
So it's a wrap today then, yeah?
Well, the progress has been made since we were last filming. Neil came out here with his head torch on the night and was doing a bit of soldering, weren't you?
Wow.
We were all sitting around drinking wine, enjoying themselves, and I thought, do you know what? I'm not a wine drinker. Let's get stuck in and do stuff.
Legend.
With still a bit more to do, we headed to Wickes to pick up some parts to finish the job. Emma and Neil had a pipe sword fight, and then we grabbed a plant burger on the way back. Neil very kindly put a USB socket into our van to run off the fridge instead of the inverter, which is brilliant.
Okay, so we are back in the van and we have had our McDonald's, which was actually quite nice, and we've decided what we're going to do. Liam's just run to Tesco's and we're going to make some Just Roll pan au chocolates for everyone, because they're dead easy to make and it's just a really nice treat to have. So we're going to make these now. Liam's rustling around over there, trying to be quiet, but he's not doing a very good job of it.
Last night, you were by my side. I woke up alone. I should have known, because I'm always on my own. I just want you here every minute, dear. When I'm without you, don't know what to do. Every time you say goodbye,
It's done. I say we're done. All I've done is watch Neil and Emma. Neil's done.
Well, I've just watched Emma.
We've all just watched Emma.
Yeah, I've just watched Emma. I'm being fed vegan cookie dough ice cream, which
It's an empty pot, which is a good sign.
I'm not a vegan, although I don't really know what I eat. But that we need to be getting more of this.
Improve. I like that as well.
Big jars.
We now know, before we had water, now he set it up so we've got a probe in there that tells us exactly how much fresh water we've got,
Yeah.
and how full the grey water tank is.
We never get it up to full, but not knowing how much water you've got on board can be a massive problem. You don't know whether can you get a shower, can you have a cup of tea. So it's just a lot easier being press of a button. You know what's going on.
The day was coming to an end, and so was our time in Merseyside. Neil and Emma had done us a massive favour to install something on our van that we know will make van life so much easier moving forwards in Europe. The best part of the last couple of days was catching up with two incredible human beings who made us laugh a lot and showed us buckets of kindness. We found the whole trip to Merseyside a really good experience and have spent time at beautiful park-ups and with beautiful people. But now it's time to head south for the last time and say goodbye to the north. For how long, I don't know, but we have a ferry to catch from the south coast in just a few days, and Oktoberfest is calling. Make sure you subscribe to see our last few days in the UK doing van life before our big European adventure. See you next time.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.